Hey guys, I know it's been some days, so we are back. We are Omizu Paintz channel with Omizu. That was not a very good intro, but it's been at least 4 or 5 days since I last streamed. Pretty much because I've been having some long work days and didn't feel like streaming after 12 hours and trying to get sleep. So, yep, I'm thinking on those days I'll probably just stay off the internet and just stream on the days when I do have the time, not try to stress about streaming all the time. So we are back. Hey Joel, how's it going? Good to see ya. I'm gonna switch over to the stream screen. So this is my latest digital piece. Call it Was Here. It includes Boy and Oni. And they are viewing this picture kind of loosely based off the Mona Lisa. I think it looks like the Mona Lisa. Totally looks like the Mona Lisa. You know, I just have a little animation going on. So, yeah, Boy and Oni are at the Louvre in Paris. Their dream to visit the Mona Lisa and see it in person. So yeah, this one's pretty complicated. It's built up with a lot of layers. You've been loving the gifts? Thanks, Joel. I'm pretty psyched on creating them. You know, learning the different apps to put this together. So this one I use 3 different apps. I use Pixin, which is a pixel making app, pixel image making app, and then a new app that Laughing Girl turned me on to called ArtSet, and I did pay. They said it was $12.99, but I think it was like almost $20 to get the full version. But I broke down and got it because I wanted all the tools that come with it that I'm used to using. And lastly, but not least, Adobe's Fresco, which I've been teaching myself over these past few months. And it's been fun playing with all these apps, these new apps. Not sure how I feel about this one. I am starting a second version. I don't know how many times I will revisit this particular theme or scene. But yeah, I'm gonna keep playing with it, and eventually maybe they'll start looking worse. The better I get at learning the apps, the worse they'll get. And these early ones will be a lot cooler. But dude, what are you doing to my leg? I got my co-pilot down here. Come here. Zato is here with us. You want to come hang out, Zat? You want your bed over here on this side? Yep, here he is. He's coming to operate the camera. He's our camera guy. All right, Zat. So yeah, there's a good solid 8 frames to this with some other motion type stuff going on, like the crescent moon in the background. kind of going across the sky. That's just a single image that follows a path. The rest of the stuff, like the Mona Lisa, the eyes, the mouth, the hair, all that, it's about 8 frames. I think the mouth I doubled up and did like 16 frames. There's some other what do they call them? Traits. What is what does fresco call them? They're effects you can put on things. So I have some loose effects on the boy and Oni. So they kind of slightly breathe, their outlines kind of slightly breathe in and out. Same with their fills, just slightly. I have some like a 4-frame movement going on in the highlight in their hair. It's almost like chasing lights. Some kind of sparkling going on with the frame. It's supposed to be, I don't know what the actual Mona Lisa is framed with, but I kind of have my faux gold gilded frame, so there's some sparklage going on, and then some crazy kind of 80-ish like looking stuff going on in the background. And then on the plaque, not sure if it's Flemish or, let's see. I borrowed it from, I think he's Flemish. Jan van Eyck. Eyck. Yep, Flemish painter. Early Northern Renaissance and early Netherlandish painting movements. So in his painting, the Arnolfini portrait, in the background it has his signature, and it says, I'm assuming it's in Flemish, has his name, and then it says was here. So I borrowed what I think is the was here part, because the other part definitely looked like Jan van Eyck. There might be some missing bits. Maybe somebody who's Flemish can let me know if I got it correctly. I did trace it because I didn't want to use the actual the actual JPEG rasterized art, which I had originally, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. So I just did a tracing of it and then threw it in there. I think that's what it is, though. It says was here. And I thought that was pretty interesting that Jan van Eyck signed it like that. A lot of, I don't know, like, not your modern graffitiists, but I think just people who would write on stuff would use that little phrase was here with their name. And maybe that's where it originated from, was Jan van Eyck. It's hard to say. I'm sure maybe he got it from somewhere else, passed down by tradition. But he was definitely one of the first oil painters. Yep. Born 1390 to 1441. I mean, Leonardo da Vinci wasn't even born until 1452, I think. And then lived 15 51. I can't remember. I have to look it up. But yeah, I got Google up. So we borrowed that little bit from Van Eyck. One of the earliest, probably the first oil painter. It's hard to say. Here's our guy, Zato Ichi. So yeah, I had fun putting this together in the last couple of days. It's not like the other one where it's mostly pixelated art. So this was definitely pretty much all pixelated art. Even the swirl in the background, which is at a different bit. You love the background for the name. Yeah, at first I was like, I was gonna put like Lisa or Mona Lisa, and then while I was at work, this video came up talking about Van Eyck, and I was aware of him, and recently just found out that he was like the earliest oil painter, or the first oil painter, which I don't know, it's pretty interesting. It's, you know, to be the first to do it. You know, I figure oil painting had been around for a lot longer than that, but certain processes like you know, came into development that allowed people to use oil paint. I think before that was like egg tempera, and you know, I don't even know if watercolors were a thing yet. But yeah, definitely egg tempera was the method of painting before oil painting. Probably one of the earlier methods. But yeah, I thought the was here was pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of the one character that people would see, especially around World War II. I can't remember the guy's name, but he also put, after his moniker, was here. Kilroy. Yeah, I guess it. So the story is, this is an actual guy, and I think it's probably his last name, and I can't remember if he was like an inspector or something, but he would have this stamp, and he would be inspecting like ammunitions and stuff that were being sent off to the war, and he would like, you know, he would have to mark it with his stamp or whatever on the boxes, so it would say Kilroy was here. I think I could be like wrong about this, but I read this in an old graffiti publication, and it would, you know, these boxes would go over to the guys, you know, who are fighting in Europe, and they'd see this on these boxes. It says Kilroy was here, and it was almost like you know, their symbol for the support they were getting from back home, and so it would uplift them to see this marking on their packages or their boxes or whatever, their munition packages. So I guess it was a symbol of hope for the fighters during World War II, and I guess it kind of made a thing, got around, and you know, you would see it in cartoons, stuff like that, like I think Looney Tunes maybe. Yeah. But yeah, the was here thing was I was like, that's kind of a nice throwback, but it's also humorous because who was here? It doesn't have anything else. It just says was here in Flemish, stolen from Jan van Eyck. Anyways, yeah, I was thinking I should probably go back and do the entire image of was here. So this is sukiyaki. It does have some non-pixelated imagery in it, like stuff in the background. It's hard to, I don't know, zoom in on it and have it still animate. And it kind of has this like cotton duck canvas kind of pattern or texture in the very background. So I kind of wanted it to kind of have that connection to traditional art by putting that in there. But then it kind of has like the old television, you know, kind of staticky-ness to it. So, you know, rooting it in its kind of video art. I don't know, roots, video art. Definitely kept the animation to a minimum, where the other one has a lot more animation going on. So the simple jiggling of the the chopsticks that they're holding, kind of giving it a, you know, crazy freneticness to their eating enjoyment. The swirl rotating is a pretty basic function in motion graphics. So yeah, and then the kind of like various movement of two different backgrounds kind of like layered on top of each other to create the, actually two, probably three, because of the canvas texture to build that background. And then I just kind of put some different color filters on it to kind of give it a different, it was definitely not that color when I started off. But yeah, this one was a fun one. And just like with screen printing, I offset the various layers. There's like a few layers that made up this image, so I kind of offset them slightly. You can see in there that they're not quite in their right positions. So I did that on purpose. Also to harken back to the whole pop art movement with Andy Warhol's portrait series. I'm also, sorry guys, I'm also getting distracted because I'm watching Ultraman, the movie Shin Ultraman on YouTube. Zato, where'd you go? So that's a little breakdown of Sukiyaki 5. So this is like the 5th version of it. Yeah, the offset, I could have played with it a lot more. I just didn't want to like spend too much time fussing over all the little details. So I just have to make these choices and you know, stick with them or just junk them. But I don't want to spend too much time on throwing these together. I mean, it takes like a day or two with a lot of the you know, building up of the layers. Let's see. We'll go back to, so I guess you could say this is my 3rd animated piece. So yeah, there's some pixelation, like in the eyes are all done with the pixels, but the background in the painting, the hair, her face, the body, and the clothing are all done in art set. I had to shrink it so it's hard to see kind of the paint texture, and I think shrinking it kind of changed it too a little bit. there's some degradation in the brown of her hair, where you start to see pixels. But yeah, I like the simple, rough animation. You know, there's the moon. You could see, again, I used the, there's a particular brush in Fresco that creates this cotton duck look. Yeah, I wish you could see the brush strokes more in this one. But then I'm thinking I need to like just kind of stick with either all pixel or I don't know. I kind of like this hybrid. I just think her character, I didn't spend enough time on her, but I didn't want it to be to become this huge task to create kind of this this look of Mona Lisa. The backgrounds. So I started doing all of that before I even looked at the reference of the actual painting. So I didn't even model I kind of created my own like seascape, where in the original I think the background she's like on a river. Dude, come on, get in your bed. Quit messing with me. Gosh. So I did like this beach scene with like some cliffs on either side. You can barely see it. There's, you know, you see the sky. But yeah, I wanted that painterly look, the digital painterly look. So I think I got that. You know, you see more of it in her neck. I didn't know what to do with the mouth, so I kind of did like a old Saturday Night Live. What's that? Mr. Bill mouth kind of thing. Hey, dude, where are you? No, dude, I swear to God, why are you even up here? Get out of there, Zato. Get out of there. Get out of there. I don't need you making a mess. Jeez Louise, dude. You're already tearing up too much of it. Man. Tearing up my plants. Maybe I'll do, since I'm watching this Ultraman movie, maybe I'll do like a kaiju one. But right now I'm working on, yeah, I've been slacking on the book stuff. I try to do it at work, but then I keep getting distracted, so not really distracted, but I have to do my job. So I'm doing my job while I'm trying to do this. So trying to do the book at work has been a little a challenge. But then I got caught up in doing this, so I was like, I'd rather do this than the book. And so I started a different version. So this is Pixin. So the only thing I don't like about Pixin is I can't spin the work space around. So you have to physically spin the iPad around, and I don't like doing that. I'd rather just be able to move the workspace, but you can zoom in and out, and yeah, you got your brush. You can change the size. I guess they call it a pencil. You got your eraser. You got your color picker tool. You got shapes you can make: square, circle, line. I guess you can put in font. I don't know what this is. I haven't played with this. Looks like a sun. I don't know what that is. You got a water drop. You got a select tool. You got the magic wand tool. You got a lasso, which is a little bit more Gives you a little bit more control than just a straight rectangular tool selection tool. And then you got this tool which you can use to move your piece in your canvas. So this is the little boy. That's boy. Here's Oni. I'll turn off boy. These are just the different digital assets that's going to make up this different other version of it. Whoops. And then I got the frame with the plaque. I did do a couple other versions. So this is me just breaking this image down into the different assets. But this is another version. You got the back of Oni's head and the boy sitting on a bench. You got more of a landscape like frame. And then this was the first one, I think. Was this the first one? Yeah. So they're definitely covering up more of the frame, the image. And boy's over here pointing at the image. I don't know. I might try to draw up some more of these. So I'm keeping the size of the canvas is 72 by 80 pixels. So it's fairly small, but then when I bring it into fresco, I resize it so it's larger, but it still retains its pixelness and the quality of the pixel. So yeah, and I think the final image is like 914 by 100 or 1200 something pixels, I think it is, or 1400 pixels. So it's much bigger than this size here. But yeah, there's those I've been working on. So these are all, you can't see the pics of each one, but these are all the different assets for the one I just did. So you got, what is this? Empty layer? I guess it's an empty layer. There's the frame. There's the black line for the frame. This was the fill for the two. This was the plaque, which since it's on a different layer, I made the plaque bigger than it needed to be, or wanted to be, so I can shrink it down. Here's the outline for boy. So I took these two and, come on. Yep, I just moved the head over, and then I added a body, so now I outlined, gave it more to work with. There's the fill for boy. So this is a lot bigger than it would be in the actual frame here, but it still had to get resized up for fresco. But I wanted it to be as big as I could make it in this frame. Here's Oni's outline, and then Oni's fill. And then there's it's making like random new. Dude, why are you adding? Okay, these are different assets. So this is one of the background assets. Kind of reminds me of the old arcade game called Quicks, where you just kind of fill in. You have this ship and you make these like areas, and then once you kind of connect all four sides, it fills in the shape. It's an old arcade game. Cool. This was the other background that got used. So I was trying to keep it very kind of post abstract expressionist look with the more geometrically simple shapes and colors. That was something I didn't use, which were going to be the eyes. These are the different eyeballs for the figure, the left and the right eye. They're definitely bigger than they should be, so they probably got bumped up, but these are still bigger than they should be in this form. You know, the little coal things for the eyes. Here's the nose, not a dildo. The moon, the crescent moon that goes across the sky. These are, the last four are the little sparkles for the gilded frame. So I just did four different versions of it. It's hard to see, I guess, if I turn it on. So they're just like, you know, loosely going around the frame with this color. And then when you animate it, it kind of like kind of has a cool little flicker to it. So those are all the assets for that. That's Pixin. This is an app I found for the iPad. There's probably a ton of them out there, but and this isn't even the full version. This was just the free version. Okay, and then art set. So you can see I just created the different assets for art set. Again, it's one of those where it's not showing you the little thumbnail, but this was part of the body and the hands. Let me see, I can turn all this stuff off. Yeah, here's the body. So I did like 8 of these, so it represents 8 frames. There's the hair. Dude, what happened to my... Looks like the movie just stalled out. And then there's the head or the face. So it built up in different layers. I guess I could have just merged all the ones together and had them all together, but I want to be able to move stuff around when I get it into Fresco, so to make those adjustments. So yeah, this is art set. This was probably the first experiment. So this is Sukiyaki number 4. It's not quite finished, but it's like a study for the piece. And also just playing with this app. So it's pretty cool. I'll probably use this app some more just for, you know, painted stuff, imagery, some experiments. Yeah, and then Fresco. If it opens. You can see I have some other rough ones. I was doing this before I did the Sukiyaki. I was doing this weird skull thing. I might come back to it. I might have to fix it up or something. But as you can see, it's just kind of straight weirdness right now. Me playing with the different effects. Some animation. It's cool because you can, you can actually live animate I should so yeah, I guess I don't want all that, but I forgot about that feature. While it plays, you can add stuff to it, marks and things to kind of give it, like, I don't know, if you do different kind of textures and stuff, you could probably make it look like old film, scratched and stuff like that. But yeah, that is that. I was playing around with it, and I don't know, I didn't quite like it, but you know, I might play around with it some more. Maybe to get rid of some of those outlines and stuff like that. Nothing to undo, I guess. Okay, even though there's this mark here. Is that on a different layer? Is it on this layer? Yeah, this was 4 frames. Dude, I'm using the eraser. Or do I have to use this and hold this? There we go. I don't know. Not sure about the skull, the pixel stuff. There's some weird effects I put on there. Not sure about the swirling red thing here. I guess if you turn all this off, you can start to see the various assets, layers. So when you play it, so this is scattered. You got pathing, so it's custom. I added multiples, so it's basically this one image. You can add multiples, so I had 7. And then I scattered them, so they like kind of scatter out a little bit. You can randomize them too, so they all spin at different rates. Frames, you can, if you add more frames, then it's slower. Actually, that's kind of better. Wait, I don't know why it's spinning so fast. So then that, and then that. A little more psychedelic. Don't know about the green lines. I would try something different. But you can see this. Get rid of close, or where is it? Nope, I didn't want to do that. I just want to go back to this. If you turn that off. So this block, which is kind of the fill for the skull, has a grow, shrink on it. They call it breathe. So it's like it's breathing. I could change the pace of that. Or scatter it, add more. And then the skull has like something on it too. Oh, it needs this, or else you won't be able to see it. So the skull has something on it. Custom, oh yeah, grow, shrink. But it also expanded it so it starts from the back and then it grows as it got bigger. So it added to the actual skull, like it's coming out at you. And I thought that was kind of cool. I don't know, these green lines I'm not sure about. Probably want to do more pixelated lines in a smaller pixel, different size pixel. I don't know, it has that animation that I can't remember what they call, but Yeah. A certain style of animation where the line, you just kind of draw over the line or change the line, and it kind of gives it this weird kind of movement. It's a pretty common thing in animation, I want to say. Yep, so yeah, that is that. So what was I doing? So yeah, I kind of want to turn, nope. So, yep. Oh, I selected that layer. So there's boy there. We got Oni. Put Oni. I don't want to put them off the frame. It'll erase what I have. So, but yeah, just 3 things. Maybe I'll do a different image instead of the Mona Lisa. I don't know that. I was just trying to do some kind of portrait, and then all of a sudden I was like, okay, it's going to be the Mona Lisa, I guess. It's not even the same positioning for her as the actual painting. But just trying to do different compositions with the frame, the boy, and the Oni. I'm trying to figure out. I think if I go bigger, I could probably do a little bit more, or a different size canvas. Anyways, okay, that's enough of that. But yep, that's that. It makes up my latest piece. I just minted it. I haven't put it up, listed it for anything yet. It's just minted. So I have, you can see I have an edition of 5. I was thinking of just doing just one edition. And I was like, sometimes I have a hard time with just one. I think my wife's calling me. I'll be right back. Well, looks like I'm going to be sent to go get some food, so that's putting a damper on this stream for now. But, you know, I had a little show and tell for this piece, I guess. Yep. I don't know, have a hard time making just one edition, one of one, but maybe there'll be some one-of-one pieces. And who knows? Oh, the other day somebody did purchase, out of the blue, they purchased one of my, I don't know why it doesn't show here, purchased one of my small animated training days. Somebody by the name of Gory Orgy. It was half a Tezos, so 63 cents. So I have 1,000 of, and it's an edition of 1,000. So I have 1,000 of these. I kind of like it at the smaller format. But yeah, now we're down to 999. Yeah, Pixin's fun. It's like a very simple app, even though it has a lot to it. So. But yeah, I'm sure there's some other ones out there. So we'll see if this catches on and people start picking up this little thing. I think the more I do with the animations, and it's like half a Tezos, man. That's like nothing. I'm surprised more people don't, but they're probably just not aware of it. I haven't, like I said, I haven't listed the new ones. I'm going to kind of like hold off on listing stuff, but there's stuff on here that's listed for sale. Mostly the static stuff. Yeah, but I'm going to kind of keep playing with the different versions and minting stuff because it's so, let me see, I'm not sure how much to mint on object. Well, it says, let's see, to mint an NFT on object, the primary cost is a small transaction fee on the Tezos blockchain, typically around 1 to 2 Tez, which is the native currency for object, covering the gas and storage needed to create a collection and mint of your token. This fee is not paid to object itself, but to the Tezos network for processing and transaction. See, I was thinking it was even less than that for some reason. How to mint your first Tezo NFT on object.com. In total, it cost me just under 2 Tezos to mint and list. So yeah, if you're minting and listing, because each transaction costs something. So to mint it, it costs something, and then to list it, it costs something. If you want to burn it, which means you want to take it off, that also has a cost to it. But the costs are so small. So yeah, and in the marketplace, once you sell an NFT on object, the platform takes a 5% commission from the sale, so relatively small. You can set a royalty percentage too. So if the piece, somebody sells your piece to somebody else, you'll get a cut of that sale too. So that's pretty cool with the stuff on object. I don't know if all NFT marketplaces do that, but I think that's pretty cool for object. And object is not, since the Tezos is still relatively, the price is relatively small, it's pretty cheap to mint on object. But I like object because it's it seems like more artists, people who are experimenting with stuff. There are some that are like, oh yeah, you're catering to the crypto bros or whatever. You know, there are people doing stuff like pixel art from games. Yeah, a collage of sprites from Pokemon Yellow from 1996 Game Boy. So I'm curious as to how they get these assets, if they build them themselves, or if they somehow get screen grabs or what. This does not look like a screen grab, but you can screen grab it and then make your own pixel images. So this looks like a simple, like maybe four frame kind of thing. Like, I like the simplicity of the color, so I need to remember stuff like that. It's like, don't get too bogged down with so many colors and stuff like that. I like the simplicity of things. It's got a nice simple composition. You got the water movement back and forth, you know. This person has minted doesn't say. He minted 3 of them. It doesn't say, which is weird. So it looks like he's got, oh, it's an open edition, but it says 15 minted at 0.33 Tezos, which is 41 cents US dollars. And then it's open for so many hours, I guess a day. So once you do that, that's gone. You know what? I think I'm gonna get one of these. Shoot. Oh, my wallet. Alright. So I need There's audio now. Sorry guys. I need to use my other camera. Yeah, we back. We good, right? We good. I think we're good because I plugged it back in. I could see it. Is it still good? Mailing art this week. Yeah, like I was saying, Dondrell, I should be able to do it too. Yeah. I was just waiting on getting paid this week, so we got paid on Friday, so I should be able to mail it out to you. Yeah, back in action. So, yeah. Generative art course inspired Japanese. I don't know what NCCU is, but I kind of like stuff like this. I will go to the artist though. See what they got. Oh, they only have one piece, huh? Was that the same one? Oh, they got different versions. Oh, you know what? Oh, somebody else bought it, so this person minted it and gave it to this person or sold it to this person. So right now BD Labs has it. I can make an offer to them to purchase it. So that's the thing with doing an edition of one. If there's only one of it, then it makes it more a little bit more valuable than having an open edition or like multiples. Because if there's only one, there's only one. I mean, if they wanted to, they could also mint more. But like I said, if you go to they have 4 versions of it. Yep, and I don't know. They're kind of slightly changing stuff, like the clouds, the background colors and stuff like that. I think I need to start using my other phone to film with. Like, this is cool. Looks like somebody did this on using Procreate, possibly. Nice animation. I'm not sure. He comes out, there's no money. That's so cool. So cool. So I can make an offer. I don't have all the Tezos to be spending. But I think that's cool. Oh, he's got 0 editions anyways. Morteza. I will follow. Keep up with their stuff. It could also be AI generated too. It's hard to say. He's got different variety of art. I do like the hand-drawn animated stuff though, but it's hard to say if they actually did it themselves. Okay, so yeah, created in Photoshop. It's good stuff. Very nice and simple. You know, it's laid out well. Looks good. I mean, this one's 2 Tezos. How many did they mint? They minted 10. It looks like somebody's... Oh no, I think they still have some. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. You can jump down the rabbit hole of purchasing digital art. 9:20. Okay, so I got 15 minutes. I'm gonna leave here in 5 minutes. Well, I'm following them, so they'll pop up. This is kind of interesting. So I know Laughing Girl was using that infinity thing. I'd like to try that app out too. And the stuff that does these kind of crazy color animated fields. Yeah, that's cool. That's pretty cool. They minted one of those. Make an offer. Again, I'm thinking they probably want more than just one Tezos. I don't even want to spend anything right now if I'm going to try and mint my own stuff. This cactus. I want to see this cactus. I wish people would give more information on their stuff, what they use, but I guess that's also a part of the nature of doing digital art. Some people don't think about that, or it's not important to them. I mean, some simple didactic would be helpful, but that's a naked cactus, yeah. It's got no clothes. Oh, I can't remember. Did I follow this guy? Yeah, I'll follow him. This is kind of cool. It's like a mashup of different characters. I don't know if they're all from Mario. Yeah, it looks like it. You got the little squid dudes, you got the fish, you got the plants, you got the Koopas, you got the Goombas. It's interesting. Damn, he made 20. He sold 3 and he burned 17. So there's only an addition of 3. You spend some Tezos to burn, but now you've limited it to a small edition, so it's gonna make it a little bit more valuable on the market. If you wanted to, I'm sure you can mint more, but yeah, you definitely don't want to do too much. That one I did of 1,000, I figured, you know, keep the price small. If all of them sell, you know, you got what, $63 or something like that, depending on how much the Tezos is worth. All right, guys. Yep, just dinking around, looking at digital art, what people are creating. A lot of this stuff is probably AI generated too. But yeah, Dondrell, I'll get a hold of you here soon. I got tomorrow off, so maybe we can talk tomorrow. And Or I'll just package it up and send it out. I gotta be careful. I end up down the rabbit hole. This guy looks cool. I like simple stuff like this. Modulo space. Okay. Yeah, I'll hit you up. I'll probably be working on well, this is interesting. It says generating. I wonder if it generates a new kind of image each time it opens. Somebody already got this 5 hours ago. From Agustin Nagy. Is that the artist? Yeah, I like stuff like this too. Alright, I'll follow this guy too. Coding and algorithmic art workshops. Yeah, see? I think this is coded stuff. That's even cooler. Oh yeah. Here's my latest obsession is doing GIFs. I think did I post this up on Facebook? I think I did. Or not Facebook, my YouTube. So there was also, I was gonna add a can of tomato soup, Campbell's tomato soup can, going across the screen too. Yeah, painting of generating. I actually did this here. I took this, I think I took this screen grab. This was right before the live stream of Trump's event. I caught this screen grab. I just thought that was hilarious. I'm like, okay, yeah, I guess I know this live event has not started yet. But I thought this was a funny screen grab. So, and then down below it says like subscribe. I don't know which channel this was, but I thought it was hilarious. Yep, here's that signature by Johannes van Eyck. So I stole this last bit, which I think in Flemish was here. Oh, you know what? I wonder if this is part of it too. Oh man, did I screw up? I bet that's part of it. You like that? And what about my screw up? Do you like that too? I think this is part of what's here. I didn't even see that. Why wouldn't he end it up here if that's part of it? Oh, maybe is that the date? I bet that's the year. Ooh, I hope so, because I don't want to be like screwed up and didn't use that. So originally I was just gonna use this, but I had to take out the name, and I couldn't get the same pattern look without having to copy and then cover and all that stuff. So I just traced it. But I do kind of like how that looked. I guess I could probably just go around it. But anyways, guys, I gotta head out. I gotta go pick up this food for dinner. I might jump back on afterwards, do a little late night stream to work on the book art So yeah, I appreciate you guys dropping through and, I don't know, indulging me in this. Was here in Flemish is tot ziens, or a dog, courtesy of Google. Yeah, then I don't know what that says. All right, guys, thank you. Yeah, I hope you guys have a good night. You know, come back if you're still up. I'll be back after dinner. And I hope you guys have a good evening. And until next time, bye for now. Take care, guys. See you, Dondrell. See you.